For centuries, vast deserts were assumed to be empty, shaped only by wind, time, and extreme climate. Yet beneath these dunes, evidence of ancient human settlement remained concealed for nearly 2,000 years. The location lay near routes once used by caravans, linking civilizations across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Over time, shifting climate patterns made permanent settlement increasingly difficult in this region. Long buried walls altered how sand accumulated, slowly masking their original form. Written records referencing settlements here gradually disappeared from surviving historical accounts. Seasonal winds repeatedly buried surface remains, preserving them beneath insulating layers of sand. The city's size went unnoticed because no single structure broke the surface. Durable stone and compacted earth allowed the structures to endure long after abandonment. The city depended on fragile water systems that eventually failed as rainfall declined. Gradual abandonment left the city vulnerable to complete burial. For generations, no visible trace suggested that a city had ever existed here. Early explorers lacked the tools to detect what lay beneath the surface. Natural materials caused the ruins to visually merge with their environment. Ironically, isolation helped preserve the city in remarkable condition. For centuries, the true scale of the buried settlement remained completely unknown. Only subtle surface irregularities hinted at human design beneath the dunes. Civilizations rose and fell elsewhere, while this city remained forgotten. Without continuous habitation, local memory of the city faded entirely. Natural forces completed what abandonment began, sealing the city away. But only with modern observation methods did the first suspicions arise. The landscape stood on the verge of revealing its long-hidden past. What followed would change understanding of the region's history. After centuries of concealment, the city's isolation was nearing its end. High-resolution satellite imagery revealed shapes inconsistent with natural geology. Repeating angles suggested planned construction rather than chance formation. Researchers compared the site's position with known ancient trade networks. Preliminary ground surveys confirmed irregular subsurface resistance. Small test pits uncovered worked stone just below the surface. Tool marks and alignment confirmed deliberate human construction. Excavation revealed an organized urban grid beneath the sand. The scale indicated long-term planning and centralized authority. Reinforced outer walls suggested concern for security and control. Engineers identified canals designed to collect and distribute scarce water. These systems depended on stable climate conditions that later deteriorated. Surrounding zones were likely used to support food production. Building proportions suggested storage for goods moving along trade routes. Structural damage indicated slow abandonment rather than sudden destruction. Encroaching sand reflected worsening environmental conditions. Evidence suggested residents left gradually as resources declined. Once key infrastructure failed, maintaining the city became unsustainable. Over time, sand sealed the city completely. Isolation protected the structures from reuse or destruction. With no visible ruins, the city faded entirely from memory. Repeated findings confirmed the discovery of a large, ancient city. The discovery challenged long-held assumptions about settlement in the region. Attention shifted from discovery to understanding its broader impact. The city was no longer hidden, but its full story was still unfolding. What remained was to determine what the discovery truly meant. With excavation underway, the buried city began to reshape of understanding of desert settlement. The density of buildings suggested a population larger than previously expected for the region. Burial beneath sand, limited erosion, and human interference. The find challenged assumptions that deserts were always sparsely inhabited. The city likely served as a major hub within regional trade networks. Economic decline appeared gradual rather than catastrophic. Geological evidence pointed to long-term drying of the region. Water systems could not adapt once climate conditions crossed a critical threshold. Later populations bypassed the site in favor of more stable environments. Without continued occupation, the city disappeared from historical records. Archaeologists reassessed regional settlement models. Large sections remain unstudied, leaving gaps in interpretation. Preservation efforts balanced research with long-term protection. The discovery joined the growing list of desert cities lost to climate change. The city illustrated how environmental balance determined urban survival. Similar pressures continue to affect communities today. Natural burial, isolation, and forgotten roots kept the city concealed. Many details about daily life here remain unknown. The city no longer hides, but it still keeps its silence. Its rediscovery reminds us how easily history can vanish beneath the sands of time.